We gon' blow your mind. When I was back home washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gon' get it. I was on missions. I was just living. Walked in that building, we was just building, taking our time. We was just yielding. We was just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Lighting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us. It won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega. Probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I salute Wake. Cop a new crib. Got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors. They gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us away from these haters. Hope the Lord save us away from these snakes. Away from these breaks. Wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we've been putting in the mouth. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIADMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. No place like California, California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville, then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sunny, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been in New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIADMV, all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Type exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch of that win column. It's the Broncos going up against the Patriots. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And on this offense, a guy that kind of came in under the radar, Lewis.
Hard to believe that Dion Lewis was that far under the radar. There is something to precedent from schools. Played at Pitt, and they do know how to churn out running backs.
Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, third down here. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. So on fourth down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They go play action with Lynch. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when your running back can catch the ball as well, it can only help your offense.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are. And that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And now out come the Patriots. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run with Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now it's Lynch. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time?
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you think.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll set up a throw. Finding time. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Play action. It's Lynch. He completes it to Julio Jones. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Surveying the field. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they're operating in the red zone. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Lynch looking to throw on second. This will be caught at about the 5. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Darian Stewart there to bring him down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Again, it's Lewis. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The defensive tackle, Alan Branch, is the one to bring him down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. back to Foxborough after this. On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Patriots. 32 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. First and 10, it's Lynch. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Lynch. And that's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
No. Jack Patrick.
On third down, Lynch. He's got time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And down he'll go. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Amendola catching it left side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Second down now after the pass completion. Lynch looking to throw on second. The left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got it at the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football. On third down, Lynch. It's caught. Jones. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play. And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there. It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? Second and goal to go now. They'll try again with Bell. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it? Defensively, they're in a prime spot. And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. With it on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. And fourth down coming up. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3. And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time. How many plays do you script coming out of the second half? Most of the time in the first half you're scripted 12 to 16. I think in the second half you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. And on second and 10 now.
Watch left. Start right there. You got 4. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Hey, watch that. Just right.
This is Lewis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Steve Williams. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. On second down, here's Lynch. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal for the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Le'Veon Bell with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Lynch going to try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll look to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Green 39. Green 39. Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. fresh set of downs here.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Set. Green, 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding time. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And that went good for 16 yards and a first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Look at the time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Defense showing blitz.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. 2 Patriots there to bring them down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Ball spotted at the 4. It's second and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Throwing, Lynch. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And he powers his way up past the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's